You know, there's a great deal of fascination about long-lost ancient texts and hidden codes that might offer us forgotten wisdom for our lives. You can find a lot of books out there like the lost books of the Bible, the forgotten books of Eden, the lost sutras of Jesus, as well as really weird stuff about the Illuminati and their secrets and so on. Some of this work is valid research, uncovering the existence of ancient texts. Some of it is not. But all of it expresses a deep desire in us to find some long forgotten wisdom to help us navigate these troubled times. Well, have I got an ancient text for you? I call it The Lost Covenant of Noah, and it will soon be available in published form, laying on the pulpit after worship. Just leave donations, I guess. No, really, there is an apparently long-forgotten ancient text, a kind of code, actually, that unlocks wisdom for our times, and it's hidden right here in the Bible, that millions of people carry around all the time, quoting and shaking at other people like some kind of culture war weapon. All you need to do is open the text to the first book of the Bible, that's Genesis, by the way, and make use of an ancient technique called reading. There in chapters 6 to 9 is this kind of strange story of Noah, let's be honest. Recently interpreted on the big screen, by the way, with an Australian Noah and a friendly Hannibal Lecter character. Anyway, this ancient story is not really a very hidden text, but it does contain lost wisdom for our times, especially in the part that we heard today. At the end of the story in chapter 9, God makes a covenant with Noah and all of his human descendants, basically the whole human family. As you know, the idea of covenant shows up again and again in the biblical story. God makes covenant with Abram and Sarai, with the liberated Hebrew slaves, with the people of Israel. Covenant is a regular theme in the ancient prophets. It is understood to be fulfilled in some new way in the life and ministry of Jesus. To make covenant is to make a sacred bond, an unbreakable promise, a mutual commitment and connection that is the basis for life-giving relationships in the Bible. It still shows up in our lives, too, in weddings, where we make vows to one another, and in many churches like ours, where we say that we covenant with God and one another to walk our spiritual journeys together and to do other important stuff. So the idea of covenant is familiar to us, but there's something about the ancient covenant with Noah that has been lost on many of us, even though it's right there in the ancient text, repeated multiple times. We read the story and jump right to the rainbow. Woohoo! Saved by the bow. Now let's go out there and dominate the earth again. We skip over the long-forgotten, life-giving wisdom at the heart of this text. As for me, God declares in the story, I am establishing my covenant with you and your descendants after you, that's the whole human family, and with every living creature that is with you. Woohoo! Wait a minute. How did they get in our covenant, all those living creatures? That has to be a mistake. But there it is, and it's not even in fine print. It's repeated at least 6 times in the passage. As for me, I'm establishing my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you for all future generations. That's a long contract. It goes on with every living creature that is with you, the birds. That's bluebirds and wrens, eagles and turkeys, storks and herons, even cowbirds, I guess. The domestic animals, cows and pigs and goats and sheep, you know the list. And every animal of the earth with you. Well, that's every animal. Holy mackerel. I just took on new meaning, right? Holy mackerel. Can that be true? I mean, I think I can handle koala bears being on the covenant with us, and panda bears and dolphins, but fish and snakes? Well, nasty little bugs? I mean, come on. Everyone knows that mosquitoes are from the devil. I mean, we're clear about that. Yet the lost covenant of Noah says every living creature, every animal of the earth with you. This sacred story places us in covenant with God and with every living thing for all future generations.